You got to love what you do. And if you don't love what you do every single day, I feel sorry for you. I want to let you in on a little secret. If you want to have a high-performing team, it's no different than every great sports team ever imagined. They all do the same thing. All you have to do is replicate it and put it into your business. You've been a part of a team. You've felt these things. And there's a reason they're in your business or they're not. But you can be the driver that looks at those great teams you were on, or just looks at the great teams in any sport, and you'll realize these 5 things are in it. Number 1, you got to have passion. You got to love what you do. And if you don't love what you do every single day, I feel sorry for you, because on that field, on that court, whatever you were as an athlete, the reason your passion came out and you worked so hard is because you loved what you did. So at your job, if you don't love it, you don't have the passion, and the people around you don't have the passion, you need to go find another job somewhere else. You need to own a different type of business, and you need to get different people in your business if you own it. The passion is the key. All the rest of it makes no difference at all if you don't have a passion for what you're doing. If that's helping people, if that's manufacturing new products, if that's being innovative, whatever it is, you got to have a passion that you're willing to put in the amount of work it takes to be great. Number 2 is the purpose. You have to have a purpose for why you're doing it. And I kind of said, maybe it's for helping people. Maybe it's for being the next innovative product. Maybe it's to take, a product line to the next level. Whatever that purpose is, you have to be incredibly clear, because the great teams always have a purpose. It doesn't matter if that team is going to win the Super Bowl or we're going to cure cancer. There's a purpose, and everybody that's on the team, hands down, knows when they start, the goal and objective is that purpose and that sole purpose alone. So you've got to be clear on what we're doing all this hard work for, because every one of those great teams knew exactly what they were going after and what the goal and what the purpose was. The third one is trust. Hands down, this is the part. You can have the passion, you can have the purpose, but if you don't have trust, a team's going to fall apart. And I've been a part of a lot of teams, and I have no doubt you have too, where you just have this person or this group that you don't trust that they're going to do the right things. A great example of this is the Eagles. The Eagles at one point in time brought in one of the greatest receivers there was in Terrell Owens. At that time, he was the best receiver. They brought him onto an amazing team, and you know what he did? He ripped that team apart. Yeah, he was spectacular. He was the best. He was great at his job. He was a terrible cultural fit. There was no trust in that locker room. And what happened? They ripped them apart. You can have a championship team, but if you don't have trust, there's no way you're going to have championships. The next is communication. You have to have a line of communication. This isn't just speaking and talking and being direct. This is actually getting out of your comfort zone and telling someone when they're in the right or when they're in the wrong, when they need to correct what they're doing and when they're doing a great job. And then it's not just in a business level. It can't just be peer-to-peer. You've got to make sure that message is communicated down. One of the biggest issues that you find in sports and in business, the head coach calls the play and the quarterback gets the call and everybody in the huddle didn't hear the call correctly. Guess what? The communication is done. That play has no chance of going off without a hitch because not everybody's been communicated. Same thing happens in business. The leader says to do something and it goes down through the lines and there's not clear communication for those people that are actually doing the job. And the last one is accountability. We have to hold each other accountable. You have to be personally accountable for what we are going to do. And then we have to have the backbone. We have to have the goal. We have to have that passion enough to call out that person that doesn't have the accountability. Because there's been times that you haven't called that person out because it's hard or because you might think they might take it personal. But you know what? You're not going to become a championship team if you don't call them out and you don't hold people accountable. Because ultimately, if you're not accountable, that's not a champion. You're just playing the game. Champions expect the highest level. And when you have a championship team, when you have an elite team, regardless if it's in sports or if it's in business, everybody wants to be held accountable. And the people that don't want to be accountable don't want to be around accountable people. So you're going to weed them out really fast. So you do these 5 things, I promise you, you're going to take a huge step to becoming a high-performing team and be that championship team that you've always wanted to be.